In this video, we're going to be talking about the challenges of building out properties during COVID, so stay tuned. Vacation Rental Machine helps hosts just like you learn how to start, grow, and scale your short-term rental business. This show is all about creating systems that help you automate your business, giving you more time and money freedom. If you're ready to start living the vacation rental life, then subscribe to this podcast today. Come and join us on our Facebook group, The Host Nation, where we'll be talking about starting, automating, and scaling a short-term rental business. Now, on to the show. Hey, welcome back, Host Nation, to another episode of Vacation Rental Machine. I'm Julian Sage with John Bell, and we are talking about some of the challenges that we have been facing with staging properties during COVID. So this show, you're actually seeing the progress of us going out and finding units, staging them. This is something that we're actively doing in our own business, even during this time. So with every new property, you're always going to be finding new challenges. And this is a very, very unique business. So John, what are some of the challenges that you've been facing during this process that you haven't quite experienced before with all of your other properties?
You know, one of the biggest challenges really comes down to availability of some of the same products that I would normally purchase. They are either back ordered or non-existent, and that has been the hardest thing to actually find when you're trying to keep up a standard. I either have to find a suitable replacement or either wait for the back order to come back in and then for it to tell me, hey, you only can order 5 of these items when I need, let's just say, 20 of the same item. So that's been the biggest challenge, but then that also runs into some other challenges based upon that. Let's just say I get a delivery date for a couch within 5 days. Well, 5 days comes and then it says, oops, your item has been delayed due to the pandemic. Well, it gives me a next target date, and that next target date seems to slip, and then that goes for another 3 days. So as I'm trying to go in and just hurry and get a unit up and going, I got my team there who's ready to build things. Things are not necessarily falling into the place as things would normally happen outside of COVID or the pandemic. You would figure, hey, nobody's on the road. Stuff should get here quicker, but that's not necessarily what we're seeing. We're actually running into those availability and also scarcity of the good products are really just gone. I have to go either to a more expensive product or try something brand new, almost untested, and I don't necessarily like doing that.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of things that are kind of going against at the same time with everything that is happening with COVID. Obviously, that means a lot more people are shifting towards online shopping. But then we also see some stuff happening with just like the political campaigns as well, as they are trying to have everybody fill in their votes. And we've been hearing a lot about things like the USPS having issues and a lot of backlogs because they're trying to reorganize things. So there really is kind of a lot of things going against hosts that are building out properties during this time.
Absolutely. And one of the other things, of course, as economies of scale, right? Scarcity and availability, that stuff kind of goes into pricing of this. So where I used to pay a certain dollar amount for a mattress, I now have to pay an extra $100 more just for the same product. And I really haven't been able to really budget for stuff like that because I've been ordering this stuff over and over again, and it's all been set around a certain price. Well, now when it goes to $100 more for one particular item as important as a mattress, well, and I need multiple mattresses, that takes me over budget by a certain amount. And that's just not nice. And it really is starting to trickle down into the little small things. I also get an ice scoop, and that ice scoop has crept up a couple of dollars. You might not think it's that much, but really when you're trying to budget and you're trying to do things set on a set, just tight budget in general, it's very hard to hit that mark and still get stuff on time. Now I can hit the mark, but I'm going to be waiting, right? I can wait for the other stuff that says it's back ordered, but if I'm replacing it with some other items, it's just very hard. And this has really created some new challenges.
Right. COVID has brought a lot of challenges with China and them not shipping as much because production has slowed down. We have seen, though, that a lot more people are shopping online. So maybe production will increase, which means that the prices of these items will also start to decrease. But do you think still right now, John, is still a good time to get into short-term rentals, even with everything that is happening with travel, even with everything that is happening with prices and mail delivery and increased costs? Do all of these factors mean that people shouldn't be getting into short-term rentals at this time?
I think you should, as long as you are being careful and you are positioning yourself to really take a hold of the market and the trends once everything is all over. If you're actually building during this phase, people are going to really go out and look for places to go as soon as things are just resolved, whether that means a vaccine or numbers just go tremendously low. But people are going to want to get out. That's School season is really almost always now going to be remote for the remainder of at least this school year and maybe into the next. I don't know. So people are really going to be freer to kind of just move around, and most people are still working from home. So that really just adds that kind of, hey, this new lifestyle that people are really going to get a taste of, and they might like it. They might like it enough to say, hey, I want this all the time, where I could work from home with my kids and do it virtually from anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever felt such a really desire to go out and start traveling. My wife is in Miami helping with these build outs, and it's just like every day I'm thinking, like, man, I'm at home, stuck at home all this time, but I really wish that I could be in even Miami right now, even with everything that's happening down there, just because, I'd love to be on the beaches. I'd love to just be down there. It doesn't mean that I have to go out and, be in lots of crowds, but just the idea of traveling. And I know that I'm not the only one feeling this way. I know that there's probably hundreds of thousands of other, millions of other people that are feeling the same exact way, wanting to go out, want to travel. Doesn't really matter where it is. It's just you want to go out and just get away from the everyday repetitive lifestyle. So, question of the day: what are some of the unique challenges that you're facing during COVID-19? And what are some of the fears that you have during this time? Leave it in the comments section down below. And until next time, Host Nation, keep on hosting. If you'd like John and I to answer your guys' questions, then be sure to go to the Host Nation Facebook group and use hashtag AskVRM. Hope you hosts found value in this episode. If you did, please go on over to iTunes and leave us a review, as that would greatly support the show. If you'd like to connect with John, the community, and I, then go on over to our Facebook group, The Host Nation. Talk to you hosts in the next episode. Keep on hosting.